Ohayo. Welcome to the So Japanese Podcast, a podcast where we talk about all things Japan. We are your hosts. My name is John.
My name is Ryusuke.
Thank you for joining us today.
Arigato.
So Japan recently has opened its borders up to
halfway, I would say.
Halfway to tourists.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about the new traveling requirements to enter Japan.
Right.
And we're going to have a street level Japanese segment as well.
Mm-hmm.
So as you guys know, Ryusuke recently has come back from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I want you to share your airport experience.
Yep.
Flying to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And so you flew to Narita.
Yes.
And you had a 3-hour layover to go to Nagoya.
Yes.
But
yeah, so me and my girlfriend, we thought it's gonna be enough time for the 3 hours time.
Yeah, 3 hours normally is a good transit time.
Right. And so when we arrived at the Narita airport, and because we have no idea what's gonna happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we prepare all the paperwork, and then of course we got the test,
PCR test
in Toronto, Canada, because the Japanese government asked for us like 72 hours the test result, and then we have that too.
But not just that, but Japan only okayed a few certain testing centers.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Right? So
it's not, yeah.
For example, flying to the States or Europe, you could have went to any pharmacy or anywhere that did the rapid test or PCR test. But Japan required only the PCR test and only a certain
pharmacies, like doctors. So yeah, we have to go there, and obviously it means more expensive.
Yeah, and annoying.
Yeah. So we spent I would say like around $180 each for our result.
Yes.
To get in one day.
Okay.
So if you're brave enough, then you can go cheaper. But you don't know how long does it take. Normally like 1 to 3 days.
True.
But you have to have the timing too, right? To get in Japan. So I recommend you, if you go to Japan, then you need to get that.
Yeah.
But I think things have changed now. But anyway, so we did that.
Yeah, we'll talk about the changes later.
Yeah. So we did that and spent extra money. Flight was like almost $1,700 Canadian each.
Oh, wow. More expensive than it normally would be.
Yeah. And it's obviously it's no direct flight from Toronto to Vancouver to Narita. Yeah. And yeah, after long flight with layover, we got in Narita. Right after we get off the airplane, they basically check us what we have.
So they
the
check
paperwork.
You check your vaccination status.
Yep.
They check your your negative tests.
Yep.
Result,
and then the apps and everything. So they see everything, and they start choosing. Okay, you're this line. You're that line.
Okay.
So like we have to follow what the staff telling us. So right after I get off the airplane, and then we sat the one spot for like half an hour.
Okay.
To just fill out another new form.
Okay.
And next step, like they said, like, okay, move this way. And the other booth for checking all our documents.
Like travel documents, the passport and stuff?
Passports and including the vaccine, the proof vaccine.
Again.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we went other booths next, and it was like, did you have this and that? Like they check it again.
Okay.
And most of the staffs are Japanese. And I saw the foreigner travelers had a hard time to communicate with them because they don't understand English.
So it sounds like the Japanese airports, they weren't really prepared.
I guess so. I mean, like any airport right now, it's kind of hard with the COVID restriction. But obviously, like Japanese people don't speak English well, and how many actually they could, right? So I saw one staff was really frustrated because like he doesn't even know how to speak English, but obviously the foreigner travelers only speak English. So I was like, oh shit. And finally we get next booth, which is they do a saliva test.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you expect them to test you again, or was it a surprise?
No, I knew it's gonna happen.
Oh, you knew before leaving that they were gonna test you again?
Yes, but
so then that doesn't make sense to me though. Why would you need to take a PCR test before leaving when they're gonna test you again?
Exactly. Yeah. So to me it was like just extra time we have to spend, and then like why we have to prove again, right?
Yeah.
And what's gonna happen if we have?
Yeah.
Anyway, so like we're like for sure we're gonna be negative, but I mean to get into Japan we have to take this. So like and at the booth for saliva test, they said like please think about anything sour or whatever to produce more saliva.
Umeboshi.
Exactly. So like I was easy, like I spit right away. And also you're not allowed to drink or eat half an hour before, so that's also why we have to wait.
Okay.
Did you drink? Did you eat? If you say yes, then you have to wait like another half an hour.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, that's already a half an hour, right? And we spit, they took, and next we go next booth. They gave us the number, and then we showed us the next guy, and then they give us the number with the section, divided the section
where you should wait.
Yeah. Okay. Where you should sit.
Okay.
Then that booth also kind of messed up. So I was sitting. Well, they told me to go one chair, and I went there. Somebody was sitting there, and I talked with this lady, and then she was actually not Japanese.
Okay.
So that area, finally, I saw a bunch of like English speakers. Yeah. So or even like Thai or a lot of actually like Asian background people who speak English and their own language as well.
Staff members.
Exactly.
Okay.
So finally, that area, they can speak all different language and then people can talk, right? But then I speak with this lady. She speak full in Japanese, so I speak in Japanese. And then she's like, that one. Then, it's taken. I'm like, yeah, it's taken. That's why I'm asking you. And then she goes to the person and then, are you like, show me the number.
So there was numbers on the seat as well?
Seat on the number, and then you have your own number.
So it has to match?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was like, I think you already got called.
Oh.
So the system was, you got a number. So chair number doesn't matter. Chair number is basically they told you to sit there because that's the way they don't cross-contaminate, right? But your own number, you have to keep listening the announcement
for the test results.
For the test result, which to me was kind of stupid because like they call in Japanese first, then next they call in English because Japanese number, English number always different, right? I mean, obviously different. So I was so stressful, like, and it's so slow, like number, like in Japanese, this lady starts saying like the bango 134 whatever slowly and goes like I would say up to 40 numbers. Then after that again slowly like number 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm like, come on, just say it in the English. I think Japanese people at least understand the English number. Or I was thinking, hey Japan, we have the technology. Why
Have a
don't you
monitor.
put on a monitor?
Exactly.
Right after you get the result, just put the in a monitor and then we can check.
That makes so
Boom,
much sense.
go,
Yeah.
right? But
So
because,
even calling the numbers took a long time.
yeah, calling number takes forever. And then like my watch was like ticking. It's like, oh shit, we have like 1.5 hours left.
Yeah.
Can we do it? Can we do it? And then
Did they
like
make the flight. Yeah.
yeah, and the numbers getting close, and then we thought like, okay, we can make it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it stops right before us, and then we knew after they stopped to call number, there's a like 15 minutes advance. Okay. Then after that they call again, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we're like, maybe we can know. Then when we got call, it was like 3 hours after.
Okay, so
we like we fucked.
Yeah,
we fucked. Don't like. At least we're in Japan, so it's okay. And after we went to the next booth, we told them we got call and this is the number. So then they have to match the number again. And finally, okay, you can go. Walk all the way back where we were.
Okay.
And we're like, oh, we were here like 3 hours ago. And then, so normally there's no the test. That means you can through right away to get out the airport. But because of all the process, takes 3 hours just sitting in Narita airport to get out.
And then you had to go to customs.
And then after that, yes.
And then pick up your luggage?
No, luggage first. So
luggage
obviously
first.
our luggage was already out from the belt.
Yeah, yeah.
Just sitting there. And then, all right. Now, anyway, we're not going to make it, but we have to go through the custom. And then custom, it takes like 10 minutes. Especially, I know this all the time as a Japanese. It won't take any time.
Yeah, the Japanese national line was quick, right?
Exactly. So, and I saw foreigner people, they got checked out at this spot as well. So you guys need to think about it. And yeah, and after get out custom, we noticed anyway, the terminal wasn't the same terminal.
As your departing flight, your next flight.
So we were like, oh, even though if we could get out like half an hour before,
it's still
fucked up.
Yeah.
So
you missed your flight.
We missed the flight.
Could you get rebooked on the next flight?
And so we went to the terminal we supposed to depart. Then we talked with the Japanese airline counter, and they said because we're booking from the other company, so they can't do anything.
So you didn't book directly with the airline?
No.
Okay.
We use what's that? Expedia or something.
Okay.
Yeah. And even that, because we were using Air Canada. So they told us to go Air Canada counter, which is the terminal we were there. But good thing about Japanese service, she told us maybe they're not there, so let me call.
Oh.
You know? They're not like, we don't know.
You need to go there. And then you would have went there.
Exactly.
You're not there.
Exactly. No, at least
that's nice of them.
We noticed right away, oh, the service about Japan is really nice.
Yeah.
So she called and she said, no one is picking up phone. So I don't think if you go there and then there's no one, so don't waste your time.
Yeah.
And so sorry about that. Like if you book through JAL, the Japanese airline, and then they can rebook right away. But because of we can't touch anything. We can't go through the system. Yeah. So you have to go Air Canada. And then we're like, okay. So I was almost booked hotel around the Narita. But then my girlfriend was like, well, if we stay in Narita in a hotel anyway, we have to there's no chance to get next flight for next day.
There's no guarantee.
Yeah. And also we're just wasting time. So why don't we get on Shinkansen, which is the train to go back to Nagoya?
You guys must have been so tired.
We were so tired. It was like over 30 hours flight and layover.
Yeah, right.
And then after all this,
Delirious.
and then that time it was like 7:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
We supposed to arrive in Nagoya 7:30 p.m.
Oh, okay. So you got to Narita. To Nagoya.
Yeah.
What time?
7:30. So that time we were talking with the JAL people, the JAR people, JAL, sorry. And so we're like, anyway, because Shinkansen it took us 2 hours to get Nagoya. But before that, we have to get it to Tokyo station. So that's another 1 hour.
There's no bullet train station in Narita?
No.
Oh, I always thought there was.
No. Because Narita is actually not even in Tokyo. Narita is actually in Chiba.
Yeah, it's far.
It's really far.
If you fly to Tokyo, you should fly to Haneda.
Exactly.
That's actually in
Haneda
Tokyo,
is
right?
more convenient.
Yes,
Narita is really far.
So you had to take a regular train.
There's a special express from
right.
Narita to Tokyo.
That's right.
And then so we talk with the train people. We say like we want to go to Nagoya. And then they told us, okay, get this ticket. This is including express to Tokyo and then Tokyo through Nagoya by Shinkansen.
Okay.
So we're like, okay. So we buy it. It was like another, I'll say like $100 or $150 each.
Okay.
Canadian.
Okay.
But
so you missed your flight. You couldn't get it back, and you had to spend more money.
Exactly. But at that point, we're like, okay, time is more important than money. Let's get my house.
And you're fucking tired, and you just
exactly
want to sleep.
Exactly. And so because of my girlfriend told me like, let's get a Shinkansen and then go home. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I told my dad we're gonna hop in Shinkansen. We're gonna get my house around midnight.
Okay.
Is that okay? And then he's like, yeah, it's okay. He can pick us up.
Yeah.
From the cross-to station.
That sounds like a difficult journey.
It was really hard, but again, that I didn't expect that much, but it could be happening, right? Because like with the COVID restriction, I know it won't be same, but didn't expect that much things gonna happen, and it wasn't smooth.
Yeah.
But also maybe that was my fault because I should assume that the test will take over 3 hours.
That's true. If you knew.
Yeah.
Right. But luckily.
Yeah.
Now, since he's come back, since June 13th, Japan has opened up its borders, kind of, and Ryusuke actually, if he waited, he wouldn't have to deal with that.
Yep. Yeah.
So as of June 13th, tourists from most countries are allowed to enter Japan only if they have joined guided package tours. So you can enter Japan now, but you need to apply for a visa, which is kind of annoying because you got to deal with the wait times and more money. Yeah. So if you are a tourist with on guided package tours, if you're a student, if you're a business traveler, if you are relatives of long-term or permanent residents, you can enter Japan. But I would say apparently the wait to get visas are like 5 to 6 weeks, so you should plan ahead. Yeah. The guided tours are kind of expensive, so we checked. So only certain amount of companies got vetted, okayed by the Japanese government, and these companies are made sure to follow whatever anti-corona protocols the Japanese government has. So we checked the prices to these guided tours, and for like 10 to 14 days, it costs like $5,000 to like $7,000, not including airfare. It does include hotels and most meals. Okay. Sightseeing tours, but it's so guided. It sounds like you have no freedom.
You have no freedom. Yeah.
Right. they tell you where to eat. They tell you where to go. You're on tour buses. I think majority of all breakfasts are included. Most lunches are included. I think you have a few dinner nights that are free for you to eat wherever you want. But most of the time, you're with someone.
But I guess that means like if you really want to come and then you don't mind to join this because they can't just let people in and then like all freedom. What happens if the COVID
spreads again?
Yeah.
So I guess for some travelers, like they would go on a tour anyway. You know, it's okay. But they said independent travelers cannot enter yet, but maybe in the fall they'll open it back up. So if you want to go and you don't want to join these tours, for me, I would hate these tours.
I don't like tours.
Right? Yeah. You'd feel like you're a prisoner.
I mean, yeah, like you basically go everywhere, hop and bite, and like you don't really feel it. You just see everything.
Exactly.
Take a photo and
done. So maybe in the fall. Why Ryusuke was unlucky because since he's come back, Canada is a blue country. So there's 3 colors of countries Japan has, I guess, set up. Red, yellow, and blue. So if you're from a blue country, such as the US, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, and the most of the EU, you actually don't need to show even vaccination status
anymore.
You don't need to quarantine. You don't even need to test on arrival. So I think if you would have come back like 2 weeks later, you would have been okay. Yeah. But so now it feels more free, but still for independent travelers, we suggest for you to wait.
I think so, especially like if you go to Japan, you wanna explore by yourself, like without any rule.
And it's like Japan's a safe country, right? It's not like you would require a tour guide.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Exactly. So, however, the requirements to enter, you still need to download this app called My SOS.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So you didn't know about it?
I didn't know. Yeah. That's why this screwed up us a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you download this app?
Okay. So we check all the stuff we need from Japanese consulate website and everything, right? And they didn't even say this. So we didn't know. We have to download this app. We went to Pearson Airport in here, Toronto. Then we are at the counter. We just check in our luggage. And then the lady asked us, like, do you have the app?
Yeah.
We're like, app?
Yeah.
We have no idea. And she's like, well, you have to download the app if you go to Japan. Okay. And like, it's okay. You can download now. Just download. And then you can do later.
Yeah.
So we just download. And then it shows red.
Okay.
We don't know what else we need to do. So we just keep it. We thought that's enough. That's it. So that red, keep red, and shows them. That's what we have to ended up.
That's why you had to do extra lineups.
Yes.
So apparently you have to enter and you have to upload documents to the app, like your vaccination status, your negative test result, and all these other questionnaires. And if you have filled it all out correctly, the app would have showed a green color.
Green, yes.
Which probably, maybe...
They let us go a little bit earlier.
So maybe you would have made your flight?
Yes, because I noticed in the same flight, there's one Japanese lady, like right next to us. She was same flight from us, but she was way far
ahead of you guys.
Yeah.
When you got to Narita.
Yeah.
Okay.
So because I think she's traveling from Japan and go back to Japan, she knows what to do, right?
Yes. Okay.
But for us, we didn't have enough information, even though we have all the information on our hand. If we knew, then we update all our information on this app.
Yeah.
For sure, at least we save like half an hour or even 1 hour.
So apparently, even though if you're from a blue country, you still need this app for some reason.
Yeah.
So make sure if you're going to go download this My SOS app. We would suggest that I think for traveling anywhere nowadays, if you want the most up-to-date like COVID requirements to enter any country, go to the a national carrier airline website.
That's
so if you're flying to Japan, check out the JAL or the ANA website, because the airlines follow the requirements, must follow the requirements. But a lot of the consulate government websites, they're not up to date.
No.
They won't give you the correct information.
No.
So if you're going to travel and you want to figure out what you need to do, just go to a national carrier airline website. Even though you're not flying with JAL or ANA, just go to...
To just check what you really need.
Exactly. So that sounded like a shit show, but it's all open up now.
Exactly. So
did you need a visa going to Japan? No, because you have Japanese passport,
Japanese
right?
passport. Yeah.
Okay. So now let's go through some Japanese vocabulary that's about Corona that you might hear at the airport. Because as Ryusuke was saying, the staff at the airport don't even speak English. So
exactly. Yeah.
What's coronavirus in Japanese?
新型コロナウイルス。
Virus. I think, it sounds close enough.
Yeah. You understand this word. Yeah.
Right. Okay, PCR test.
PCR 検査.
Is Kensa test for even school test?
No, we say test or
Testo.
Yeah, testo.
So what's Kensa?
Kensa is like more
medical test.
Okay.
Yeah.
Medical test or like cars, like they diagnose.
Okay. Yeah. So diagnosis, diagnostics. Okay. Close contact person.
濃厚接触者.
Okay.
濃厚 is like deep.
Okay.
So close. Yeah.
接触者.
Yeah. That means like you're like person, like cross contact person.
I've never heard that for person.
Yeah.
That's like super formal.
Well, 接触者 is contact person. So like you contact with this person.
Okay. So deep contact person.
Yeah.
Tested positive.
陽性.
Yeah. Tested negative.
陰性. Yeah.
Delayed flight.
遅延便. 遅延 is delayed. Yeah. 便 is flight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Canceled flight.
欠航便.
Yeah.
欠航 is cancel.
Okay.
Yeah, and 便 is flight. Yeah.
Quarantine.
隔離. Yeah.
隔離. Quarantine. And social distancing.
It's social distance.
Social distance.
Yeah.
So the katakana version of that.
Yeah.
How about let's quickly... Did they ask you like, oh, do you have a fever? Do you have a cough? Oh.
No. They don't.
I guess they're testing you. Anyway,
exactly.
Right? They don't care.
Exactly. Yeah. And also the funny thing, this is just an extra topic, but in front of us, there was like middle-aged man. I think he's Japanese. He fucking keep coughing.
What, in the lineup or in the flight?
Yeah, he was on the line, like right in front of us before the saliva test. And even I saw him was waiting for the result. So I was like, okay, this guy has symptom.
Yes,
he's
that's true.
online and he's fine. So what's this like? He should be already kakuri.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
You know what I mean?
Did they take your temperature?
No.
Even? Oh.
No.
So, but to arrive to Japan, you would have tested negative anyway because the PCR test was a requirement.
Exactly.
It just sounds negative. So unnecessary, a lot of that.
I think it was like too much care about like, it's so Japanese to me.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Just overdoing everything, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this episode, Ryusuke just wanted to share his experience.
Because like, even like the My SOS app, this topic was really useful because no one told us. No one.
Okay.
Even someone already went back to Japan. I think they didn't notice. So yeah, no one shared this information.
Okay.
And this is to me most important. If you knew this, you can save your time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, definitely. So
yeah, it sounds like a headache. And
yeah.
Did you sleep well on the plane?
No, of course, because like 6 hours flight from Toronto to Vancouver, then layover 6 hours, and then 8 hours from Vancouver to Narita. Yeah, didn't sleep well.
So when you arrived to Narita, they didn't allow you to eat or drink. So it's not like you were in the duty-free area.
No.
Or
There was a vending machine.
Yeah.
After you did saliva test.
Okay.
So like, of course, everybody's thirsty. Yeah, just a vending machine.
You can even buy Tokyo banana.
No, not yet. Till you're allowed to come in.
Wow.
Yeah, no Tokyo banana for you. Yeah. So.
All right. So thank you for sharing your shitty experience.
Well, hopefully people.
Well, they don't have to do it now. So.
Exactly. And.
All right, this brings us to our street level Japanese segment. We have two words or two phrases to share with you. The first one is a phrase that I think it's so Japanese. I learned this phrase originally from watching Terrace House.
Wow.
Yeah, because there were two house members that they liked each other, but they didn't tell each other yet. And they were kind of touchy-feely, you know, they didn't confess their feelings yet, but they knew they kind of like each other. And they shared the same water glass. And then one of them said, oh, we had a indirect kiss. So that's the subtitles, and I read, indirect kiss, what is that? So then later I asked Ryusuke, and it's actually a normal thing in Japan, right?
Yeah.
So an indirect kiss is when you perhaps drink from the same glass or can as someone, or if you use the same chopsticks
or like forks or spoons or
as someone, right? So not directly sharing saliva, indirectly. And in Japanese, it's called
kansetsu kisu.
Kansetsu kisu.
Yeah.
Indirect kiss.
Yep.
So Japanese, right?
So Japanese.
So let's give our listeners an example.
Did you drink from my glass? We did kansetsu kiss. 俺のグラス飲んだ? 関節キスしちゃった.
And this is like on Japanese people's minds all the time. Like,
I'll say so. Like, I don't think too much now because it's very normal. Like sometimes can I
taste
yours?
Taste. Yeah.
But in Japan, for sure, if you do that to your friend or anyone, and they feel like, oh, 関節キスしちゃった.
And they feel like a little bit shy,
or maybe some people feel gross.
Okay, so they won't drink. So if I drank from your glass, you know, I wanted to taste what you were drinking, and I give it back to you. Maybe some Japanese people wouldn't want it.
Some people think maybe that, oh.
Or if we liked each other.
Exactly.
And I drank from the same glass. So it kind of like confirms your feelings, right?
When you're a teenager, like you're dating with this girl, obviously like maybe you grab her hand, first time date, drinking, and then she drink, and then you drink, and then you feel, oh, 関節キスしちゃった.
Yes. We're an item now. We're a couple now.
Exactly.
But like we mentioned before, touching is not common in Japan. So I guess an indirect kiss, that's a big deal, right?
That's a big deal.
Kansatsu kisu.
Yeah. It's kind of like cute and sweet moment
right?
the first time.
Okay, so our next phrase or words is how to refer to someone in Japanese, but in a rude, impolite way, or amongst friends, it could be like jokingly way. Again, street level Japanese, so this is an informal way. So you would say this when you're referring to someone that is being rude to you, or someone that you are upset with, or like maybe really close friends and you kind of want to
like talk shit.
Yeah, I want to talk shit with them, right? Just joking. So that word is
あいつ
aitsu, which means that person. Normally that person who is like a little bit far away, so like you would have to point to them, right? Point at them. So if you say aitsu, that person, I could ask you
どいつ
which is which person.
Yeah.
But it's very rude, right?
It's rude. Yeah.
So we'll give you an example. So you're lining up at for ramen at a busy ramen restaurant, and someone cuts the queue.
あいつに並んだところを横入りされた。
And then I would say ドイツ
Yeah. ドイツうざ。
So you said
somebody cut online. Cut in the queue.
But how you said somebody, you used aitsu,
あいつ
which is
that
rude
person.
way,
Yeah.
in a very
yeah.
rude way,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So how would you say aitsu, doitsu in a super formal way? How do you say that person in a polite, formal way?
あちらの方。
Aichira no kata,
Yeah.
which is that person. How do you say which person in a polite way?
どちらの方
Dochira no kata.
Yeah.
So that's super formal. How about just normal, medium formal?
あの人。
Anohito, which is that person. And which person?
どの人
Donohito. So kata is person in like a super formal, super polite way. And hito is person.
Just the normal way when you describe like that person.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you would use kata like in business settings,
Business
customer
setting,
service.
Customer service. Yep. Yep.
And then any normal way.
Like hito. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Ryusuke's harrowing experience.
Yeah.
Again, we wanted to share it with you because it kind of showed how structured everything is in Japan.
Yeah.
Unnecessarily structured.
Yeah.
Right? But you just have to deal with it because everyone follows the rules in Japan, so everyone's gonna deal with
And
it.
also because like obviously from our listener, we assume you guys want to travel in Japan sometime soon, right? So
Exactly.
it's better we talk, especially like I went there, so I want to share the experience, which is not same now, but still, it's better.
It's not the same now, but you still have to wait like 6 weeks for your visa, possibly. You gotta pay crazy amounts of money.
Yep.
Join a guided tour, which is kind of shitty. So keep paying attention to the news. See when Japan is opening back up.
Yep.
And then go as an independent tourist.
And keep listening our podcast while you're staying in Japan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So thank you for listening to today's episode.
Hi.
Again, please rate, reviews, and subscribe. Follow our TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We would really appreciate it. Thank you for listening.
ありがとう。
Arigato. Bye bye.
Bye bye.